Okay, hello YouTube. We are back after a day off. We are in round 15. It's Geelong v Melbourne to kick us off. Gotta work out which one's which. I think Melbourne's player 1, Geelong player 2. I think that's how this game's set up. It should be. Okay then. Hopefully we'll have a good time. And there'll be things I'm talking about here, which I mean we've already been like 3.5 hours in. So there's like a whole conversation that's been going on for like 2 hours, I think, that we're still going on with. So, I mean, YouTube-wise, the AFL games tend to come out. They always come out before like the ones that have like they're like story-based games, and the Mafia video is going to be like over 3 hours. So I imagine there's like a whole 2 hours, I think, missed out from where we're picking up at. But yeah, we got Geelong Melbourne here. Go with the Geelongs.
Stanley under pressure. Holmes.
Go that way.
Had more time than he thought.
So I guess like for just YouTube lands who aren't going to be looking at Mafia for all that stuff. So what's like the backstory in it? I was like talking about experiences of like stuff about relationship and like mental, like my own mentality around myself, relationship wise. There was a lot more into it than that in terms of okay, go over here.
Gets there first. Met solidly out of the
go off the Melbournes. You're saying you could end the convo if you don't want to continue talking about it? Oh no, I'm fine talking about it right now. Like, that's not the problem. It's just go over here. Like it's kind of the type of thing I would have been looking to talk about anyway. Like I sort of expected like everything that I ended up mentioning while playing Mafia. I sort of expected I was going to be talking about it in the AFL games. That was pretty much it. Like talking about feeling like I didn't have the emotional support from my mom in terms of the way I talk about issues, and like just general downness about looking at like, oh my god, exactly how much am I actually looking at doing streaming and all that stuff, and what am I looking from it, and going through all different things. But yeah, you said like the last thing right before that, what was it? Okay, Geelong over here. You said you don't think there is a girl out there that acts like you, share the same traits. You think you're the only one in the world. Well, the first thing I think of in that is like, if there's a girl in the world who shares the same traits as me, I don't necessarily think I would be attracted to her romantically. I think I'm not sure that I necessarily want someone that is like a mirror reflection of me in terms of like, oh my god, this is like the girl version of me, because I don't find myself attractive enough. I think I kind of have to see someone that like is like that doesn't remind me of me so much, but like there's an overlap, but I have to see differences. Like I think if someone was like directly like me, I'd be like, no thank you, go over here. Melbourne that way.
Blitzers needing support. Read it well.
Get the picks on there.
Intercepted it on centre wing. Neil Bullen got to the right position and hung on. This would give him a shot of confidence.
You're saying, but you would be able to relate and understand each other much more. Like there's absolutely like things that you would that looking at it, you would want things that you can relate on, of course. But I don't want like 100% thing. Like that's just like, dude, I don't like myself enough to want like a reflection of myself. I don't want like a mirror over here. Okay, go over this. But I also think about, because like, you know, the idea of like people get attracted to like things in people that like remind them of their parents because of like the familiarity with it. Yeah, you're not saying 100%. Like, of course, like I'd want things I can relate on. But like, yeah, okay, go over here. Like, you know, the idea of like being like attracted to people that like remind you of your parents in a way because of the familiarity. I'm like so nervous of that.
It doesn't matter who you are.
Because I'm like, yes, I can understand it, but like if I look at like my parents, which I guess because like like chances, because it would be like someone that reminds me of my mum, right? I'm like, There are things about my mum I wouldn't want in another person, but there are things that I'm so used to and I would
This
want.
to make a good start, a very good one.
Would I date someone that looks and acts like my mum? I would like to think no, but you'd also see that. Like, I feel like if someone looked like her, that would be weird. If someone acted like her, it would probably take longer to really understand it. But like, it's so ingrained in terms of like the person that you end up being most comfortable with in your life that you've grown up through. Go over here. Okay, that's off. That it's like, it's so deep in there that it's almost like you would get attracted to that, right? But it's like, it's so nervous because there are things that I see that's like, that I don't want, where it's just like, I'm actually kind of scared to like be attracted to people in a way. But Bailey Fritch. There you go. Oh, nope. It would be weird kissing and making out with someone that looked like your mum. Okay, why do we keep kicking it out on the full?
That's a shocker.
The Demons are up and about early.
Mr. Hunter.
He's made a hot start to this match. Fritz takes a beauty.
Straight in.
Okay, let's see what you can get here. That wind is looking quite wild, though.
No trouble at all.
Okay, there you go. We adjusted for it.
Moving the ball quickly. There'll be plenty more where that came from.
The Cats are really flat. They need to energise quickly. Solid tackle. Grundy.
What if someone looked like me?
They've turned it over.
See, the thing is,
in the middle.
that's like, look, I'm not sure if I want to end up on like an Instagram page, siblings or dating, you know? I'm not sure if I want to end up on that.
He ran into a brick wall. Close. A few hearts in mouths for a moment or two. Gone with a
Go over with Melbourne, but if someone looked like me, like I'm not even sure it would like register in my head they look like me if I was attracted to them, you know?
Can he get a shot away?
Until like I saw like pictures and it got like pointed out, I'd probably just look at them and be like, wow, she's cute, you know?
Harms almost threw it out. Brayshaw.
Get rid of that.
Place to turn it over. He's caught.
I also think based on the way I look and the way I view myself, I don't know that I would get attracted to someone that looked like me.
The Cats not at their best so far.
Hey.
Hawkins looms large as usual.
They should be on the board with a goal.
Got Mr. Hawkins, come on here.
That's not
Oh.
back. It wasn't his best effort.
Saying how come?
There's the one, and he's just not good enough.
In terms of why am I not like attracted to myself physically? Because I'm not attracted to myself, because when I look at myself, I see more than just my physical features. I see the way that I feel about myself on the inside. That's what I see. I see into my eyes and I know what I have so much more to base that on. So if I just saw someone that looked like me, I might just register them as someone who looks the way that I feel inside. If I was to guess. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible that it wouldn't happen.
This will be their first entry for a while.
I just think of like the girls that like I found myself attracted to. You know, like
that's a give up. He's under close attention.
The closest I've come is like the latest one, probably. It's like the closest it's come, and that's just because she's a redhead. Okay, that's like it. That's like the only reason that she's like the closest one to that. Go over here.
Feeds it out.
Go with Geelong. Get rid of it.
Closed him down. Squeezes the kick. I don't think he meant to smother it. How will he umpire?
Who's got that? That's Geelong. Okay, good. I'm over here trying to work out which control is which. I think I got it. Okay.
The Demons should be able to clear now.
Get the kicks down there. That's with Neil Bullen. Over here.
You might have thought about the corridor. Harms.
Thank you.
Bombs it in. Chandler.
Would I be happy if she showed up at my door? Oh my god.
They might be caught out.
Okay, let's try and like think that through. Let's just say for some reason, I don't even know how that would happen in the first place. Actually, that was like something I was really curious about. because like I had gone to like her friend's place, and I always like wondered. I've always been like thinking in my head since then of like, has she like considered how I knew to get there? Because I don't think it should actually make sense to her that I actually worked out that I learnt where she lived.
The damage could have been much worse.
Tui to bring it in.
Over here.
Had his name written all over it.
And we got kicks down there. But like, if that girl I was interested in just showed up, I don't know what the fuck would I think if spontaneous combustion is actually possible in people, that might happen. I think my brain might explode. I don't think I'd be able to talk English. Okay, I think I would revert into baby talk in terms of I don't know what would happen. Okay, like that's almost how I was when it came to like trying to approach the situation after like spending like a good amount of time trying to think of what to say. Put me in that situation with just complete shock.
Bringing great energy. No wonder coaches go grey. Just waiting for the right moment to press.
Go over here with Tommy Stewart.
Quick kick towards centre half forward.
Then you got the Melbournes.
Runs onto it. Petrarca goes laterally.
Like I do remember, and I do think that at the first part, like it was, I thought it was like a really good idea. It was like trying to get over it. Was like trying to laugh about it. You know, I felt like that would work out really well, and like that worked for like a good couple of hours. But there we go.
How's the kick? No good.
He's really let them off the
But that's Salem. Oh, that's out of there.
Goes long from the kick in.
Sometimes footy comes down to who makes the fewest mistakes. That was a shocker.
Okay, that's got to be a mark. This wind, though, this wind is massive right here.
This is an opportunity to settle some anxieties and get their teeth into
So if we just put it out here, it might come all the way back.
Good-looking kick.
Oh, yeah.
It's a goal.
Okay, so this is one game where we're actually going to have to fully take into account the wind.
Goals at the other end, but they need a run of their own
With the
now.
Melbournes.
It's a hot footy. Might be time for one more score here.
Oh.
That's come off the instant.
Never mind.
Hounded into the mistake.
Should be the end of the first quarter here. Scoring wise, it will be. Salem. Okay then.
The Demons with the early advantage. They're up and about, but the challenge will come. Time to check in with Gary.
The Demons deserve the lead they were able to achieve in that first term, but I still feel there's plenty of room for
Okay then. But yeah, yesterday with that day off, I found myself, watching so many like dating videos. Like I didn't want to, but then I'm just like, look, this is what I'm interested in. I might be able to learn some stuff, you know. And I wasn't even necessarily thinking of it in a way of like, this is. I wasn't necessarily thinking of it in a way of like, oh, let me learn this thing so then I can implement them or whatever. I was just like, let me just learn the shit that's being said here. Like in terms of like it's a psychology class.
The Demons building on their impressive.
So I was like, very interesting stuff in there. And then like I found myself watching like a 2-hour like podcast interview. I'm always confused with YouTube calling shit podcasts. Oh, that's a bad miss. But it was with It was with Matthew Hussey, and he was on like a Chris Williamson one, and I never really looked at Chris Williamson's stuff. Like I don't think I was aware of him, but I never really saw much. But yeah, I feel like the one thing it has done is that it's like, okay, well I guess I might just be into more like Chris Williamson stuff now, like hearing him talk to people. And like bouncing around to like some other like podcast stuff. Like I might have that. So it's like if I'm like more interested in those things, like I'm cool with that. Because those types of just those types of like podcast interview things where it's like you have a person and they're like interviewing another person or something. Like I get interested by that stuff. I do. Hopefully like I can learn some stuff through that by just bouncing around a bit. But I do expect that, at least in the short term here, I'm going to be more into like the dating video stuff, just because that's where my mind's at.
Right on the edge. The Cats will be hearing alarm bells right about now. Guthrie lays it off. Henry by hand, close.
Go with Geelong there. Got out here. Come on. you wish we were friends in real life, you would definitely try and help me. Get me some girls.
That's poor play.
It's like, that's the thing. It's like, I'm not
giving up. Can they catch them?
It's like, I don't feel like I'm at a stage where I'm looking at people of like, oh yeah, let me just like go get some girls to sleep with them. Like, it's not what I'd be looking for at all.
Who the target was, to no one in particular.
Get rid of this.
Onto it in a flash.
Go over here.
Looking to pull one back and
like, I honestly think, if I think about it, because of porn, I know that like the idea of porn is that it's meant to like the idea is that like, oh well, then you like objectify women, right? And that makes you think they're like just sex objects. Like, that's the way it's like meant to be. And I guess like when I was like in the first years I was watching it, that's how it was. But I feel like in recent years, it's kind of like switched around.
Gorn had his measure today. Home.
Oh.
Tracker gets in the way. Good tackle. Guthrie couldn't keep it in. It'll be tossed back.
Like, it's almost like it's like I've seen enough porn in my life where I now look at it and I'm just like, I don't want to see this. I don't. It's almost like it's on the reverse of like the objectifying part, in a way of like it's like showcasing to me how much I actually want like the companionship that I'm not getting from it. You know what I mean there? Like, I don't know if that's like a common thing where it's like you go into it deep enough.
The Cats are on the precipice. They desperately need to ignite. Guthrie. It's no place for the
Get the kicks. That's Dangerfield.
Penetrating ball. Here's a big chance to
make
back the margin.
We kick this more often than not.
Looks good off the ball.
There you go.
He's got it.
On the board with his first. That'll boost his confidence.
The Cats with a much-needed goal. Gorn is giving him a bar.
Get rid of that one. Handballs to the other way. Ah.
He'll be annoyed by that. He's wrapped up. This is promising.
What we got? We got Mr. Neil Bullen.
To make it effectively a 5-goal game.
If I hang it out here, it might come all the way back, actually.
Drop punt looks good.
Oh, very nice.
There's nothing like a
actually having the wind do what it's supposed to do.
Wonderful play.
The Cats are stuck in second gear. That would want to change.
You're saying it all depends on what type of porn you are watching. There are some things that porn that just unrealistic and wouldn't happen in porn. Okay, I don't know if you know the answer to this, but when exactly did it all become like stepbrother and stepmom and step shit? I'm trying to like remember exactly when that happened. Because I just remember there being like a time, and I was just like, where it's like, it seemed like it was just like normal porn shit, and then like all of a sudden I was like, why is there so much like stepmom shit and all this stuff? Like, when the fuck did that actually happen? I feel like it like happened overnight, like years ago.
Such a good defender. His field kicking is normally first rate. Can he find a teammate?
Get over here.
That one was always his. He wants the corridor.
Like, it's so weird. Like, like, first of all, it always freaks me out.
Maybe he could have gone.
It's not that. That's not what I'm there for. Thank you very much. Then you go to the point where it's like, it's not just like the like professional people who are doing it. It's then like also like the amateur people who are doing it, right? Because then it's like, oh well, that's just what the algorithm wants. So then they go and, but then like everyone's going to do it, because then it's just like a thing where it's just like, just saying it just went viral. Some people were probably making a meme. I don't know, man, but I feel like
And we will do it all again.
I feel like it was sometime before the pandemic. I'm not sure if that's exactly correct, but I think it was before the pandemic. I don't know if it was like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. I just remember it happening out of like nowhere and being like, what the fuck's going on here? Over here.
They're irrepressible at the moment. Almost an accidental.
But yeah, then you got like the amateur people have it in their shit all the time.
To be patient and wait for an opening. Petrarca.
Are you saying that's something you don't like seeing, or you don't mind it? The thing with porn though is that because it's like the step stuff is actually, I feel like it's so normal to see it that you don't click on the video for the step shit. You're just seeing like the pretty shit that you're looking at, And it's almost like, I feel like you can avoid it if you want. Of course, if you really want to. But dude, who the fuck's going to porn and like spending like 20 minutes working out what video they want to watch? Like, you're done by then. Go over here.
Got his palm to it. Atkins doing the grunt work. Guthrie.
Like, of course you can avoid that stuff if you want to. But at the same time, I feel like it's just like so like there's an idea of like supply and demand, but I also feel like it was very, I'm not sure if this is true entirely, but I feel like it's being promoted more than it's necessarily demanded. You know what I mean?
Good vision there. Poor hand pass there, and
so then it's just kind of a thing where it's like you kind of end up seeing it because you're just like wanting to, you're not necessarily wanting to see the actual like story of it, you're just wanting to see it. You know what I mean? So then you see it more because it's so promoted, because it has like a person in it you want to see. Get rid of that.
He hasn't kicked it very well. Kolajasny ensures there's no second chance. That's not his best effort.
Missed the target by a long way.
Get the kicks there.
Towards the goal mouth.
Who's going to get it? That's Grundy. Oh, he's missed.
He's missed.
The Cats are struggling at the moment. It's difficult to make a case for them.
Tui goes towards half-back. Generosity is a wonderful quality, but not on a football field.
Saying, when you watch, are you more of a realistic scenario type of guy? Oh, get the kicks here. Or are you watching things that probably won't naturally happen? I think it depends on my mood. I'm also looking to quit. Like, I want to not watch it. Like, I'm not, like, I've always, like, for a long time I've wanted to not watch it.
It's hard to find a winner,
but like I feel like I'm at a point where I'm like, I seriously don't want to watch it. Not like I'm saying I don't want to. I feel like I'm at a point where I actually don't want to.
They cannot keep quiet. It must be his birthday.
But in terms of like things I would see, dude, I've seen pretty. I don't know if I've seen all there is to see, but I've seen a lot of shit. Like, I can say that much. Like, think of things that are like, that you would think are really good to see. Think of things that you would think are disgusting to think.
They're huffing and puffing.
And it really, I think it sort of has depended through the years.
He's kicked it high. Stanley hunting.
Oh, get rid of that, please.
Closed him down. Gone.
The kicks over there.
He's everywhere at the moment.
You're saying even gay porn, like boy on boy? Like I said, I've seen pretty much all that needs to be seen. I feel like I've seen the stuff that needs to be seen.
They could be vulnerable here.
So yes.
Looking to peg one back.
Go over here. Speaking of pegging.
Rowan gathers. Will he
with the Melbournes.
Solid tackle. That hand pass.
Come on.
Telegraphed. Guthrie.
Yeah, the kick's over there.
The kick away.
Like I do wonder, because it's like the type of thing where it's like you spend so much time watching a thing that you get desensitized, that you're then almost like looking for a new genre to watch. It's like it gets to a point. It gets to a point if you watch it enough. It's like you're not even watching porn. You're just like jacking off to like you're watching it, but you're almost like you're not even looking at it, being like, oh my god, I need to see porn shit.
It's a hot footy. Gone. Henry.
You're almost just like, let me go watch like the horror movie, or like let me go watch the comedy. It like becomes. It's like becomes very different. Go over this way. You're saying so you're bisexual.
Does well under pressure.
See, I don't even know how to answer that. Like, I feel like the obvious answer is just like, oh well, you've seen shit.
Looking for two in a row.
Go over here.
Stengel met solidly, just had to get it out. Greg Williams,
because there's a clear difference in terms of like what is a person interested in watching versus what is a person interested in actually doing.
Didn't dispose of it correctly.
He's got an option in the center square.
When it comes to like sexuality. I feel like that is a difference
The major interval is upon us. Lots to debate
in terms of how interested can you be in watching a thing, how often you would have interest in watching a thing, versus how much interest you actually have in doing something.
Under too much pressure. There's only so much they can do when the
Go
ball
over
keeps
here.
coming in as it is. They simply must
That's the
apply
blue
greater
one.
midfield pressure, and they
Come
might
on.
even start roving to the opposition's ruck.
Hey,
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary.
To give the
you know what?
players
I think you
something
could
to choose
argue that like every guy that watches porn in a way is bisexual, in that there's a good chance you've watched plenty of dick.
He's finally on the score sheet.
Even if it wasn't boy on boy, if you watch boy on girl stuff, you're like bisexual. Are you, like, that might be true if you've ever watched boy on girl stuff, that you would be bisexual, because like, look, you're looking at dick.
They asked the question, but the umpire will have it. Gorn gets his hand to it. Petrarca.
Go over this.
Play, and it could come
You're saying, so you're fine with watching a guy fuck a guy, but you won't let a guy fuck you or you fuck?
Momentum.
It's not like I've watched, like,
May.
it depends on what your definition of a lot is,
Gone.
but I don't feel like I've gone around, like, watching guys fuck each other all that much.
Petty marks on the last line of defence. Brings it out wide. The kick
Get the kicks in there.
The Demons have winners
Handball it.
everywhere. That's an aggressive handball. Rivers.
Like, there's an interesting thing, because I remember I would have talked about this around when Spider-Man was playing, about like, oh, I don't want to like talk about all things sexual and stuff and all that, and it's like, oh well, you don't want to talk about things, so then it's like, well then you must have like the things that you must be this sort of thing or that sort of thing, because people who wouldn't want to talk about it are like not normal and stuff and it's like, that makes sense. At the same time, I also want people, like, I also feel like people, whatever it is, whether like their interests are normal or not, I also feel like people should be able to, like, in whatever, like, in the topic, especially like sexuality is the example here, should be able to, like, if they don't want to like reveal shit, they shouldn't have to, and it shouldn't have to mean whatever it means, whatever people might want to think it means. I do feel that's the case, but I also understand that if there's someone that doesn't want to say shit, that it's always going to be looked at as like, well, that's the gay one, or that's the bisexual one.
Recognizing the urgency.
Go with Geelong here. Go here. And like you're saying there, nah, you don't have to, I was just trolling last time. It's like, look, that could be true, but at the same time,
It feels like this burst has come out of the blue, but it's been...
like, I noticed this in terms of like when people like are saying something that they may or may not consider joking. Got the kicks that way.
Can they get another one?
That what was I looking to say?
Should be able to see off the danger.
That someone's response, because they're giving up, because they end up giving off what can be perceived as a negative response to it, then there's almost like that, oh no, I was just joking, bro, it was just a joke. You know what I mean there? Like, it could just be a joke. That's always, of course, that can be true. But I also do feel like I see that where people try and downplay what they were actually doing because they don't like that they might be perceived negatively from what they originally did.
How's the entry? Brown demanded the footy and got it.
Going at his second.
Come with the Benny Brown here. That's off there.
Ball to be won here.
That's what they call a good old-fashioned...
You're saying whether my view matters or not, you don't think I'm gay? Your first thoughts when you see me are I look straight? Well, the way I'm
plenty of time.
the way I'm sitting, I don't feel pretty straight right now. The way I'm sitting. Sit down, you're never a straight man. I'm literally just talking physically here. I'm over here. I'm Mr. Bent over here.
Can anyone get to the drop zone?
Go over there.
Wins the contest and can relieve the pressure.
I don't even know if it's like a full question of like, yeah, I know you meant like heterosexual stuff. I know. I don't even know if like we can like look at people and say like, oh, that person's straight. I feel like it's more of just a question of like, how bent are you?
It's amounted to nothing.
You got perfect posture, boy. Go over handballs. Get that kicks down there. Oh. Handball that, please. Get rid of it. That's a handball. Go in there. It's actually closer right now than I imagined. Oh!
Chances. Kicking for his first. Chandler in the pocket.
They probably could have cleared that ball without needing to concede.
Okay,
but no
oh,
harm done.
crap.
Unless, of course, they lose by a point.
This will be coming back. It's out on the full.
I will say though, when it comes to like porn and having watched like a bunch of stuff, it does sort of help you understand how much you like things, or at least how much you like looking at things.
Has rucked tirelessly.
So it's like it's very weird to be like, I guess technically like I'm kind of experienced in at least understanding I think what I like.
And it is kicking at his first.
Takes it out wide.
Okay, let's go here. 20-point game. That's the 10 disposal going for his first. That's coming. There you go.
The free kick was debatable. Made the most of it, and that's all that matters.
The Cats.
What's my go-to when I watch?
It's a quality response from them. The umpire will have it.
I think I'm gonna pass on that for now.
Gorn is giving him a
I think just at least for now I'm gonna pass on that.
Good tackle.
Do I like redheads?
That's a bit of a waste. Stanley.
Yeah, I think usually I would have said no, but it's also, it's like a thing where I'm like, look, a couple of the last people like I found myself having crushes on were like redheads with tattoos, and I went, maybe I do, you know, maybe I do. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on there, but go over with this.
Had his measure today. Dangerfield, Harms.
Your go-to is big booty women.
That's a quality hand pass. Langdon.
You're looking. Oh! You're looking to play the drums on them or something over there. That's like the why that's the first thought that goes in my head. I'm like, oh, you're looking to put like some sort of like freaking put some like performance on going on here. There we go. Oh, Mark with the Brisbanes.
To really stamp some authority on this match.
Let's go with the Brown here.
That's an ugly.
Ooh.
It'll be lucky to score.
He completely miscued that.
Can they get something going? Stewart.
Got the kick with Stewart. Handball's over that way.
Guthrie.
Kick in there.
Often wasted. The Cats have got out of jail. Langdon chops it off. Couldn't find a way through. Atkins.
And now you get kicked. So where are we at? Oh wow, it's only 14 points. I remember when Melbourne I thought were like dominating this. Not really sure what happened. But I mean, hey, not going to complain about it. Go over here. Handball it back.
Dishes it off. Tui. He might have
thought
passing. Neil Bullen with an opportunity now.
Can they get that mark?
Time to measure the kick.
No, they cannot.
With the intercept mark. Honours the lead.
Have I ever seen someone stuck and some guy just ram her?
Read it well on centre wing.
Like you would mean like someone in like, oh my god, I'm stuck in the washing machine and stuff. Like dude, if you're asking me like what have I seen, the good chance is like the answer is yes. I feel like yeah.
Penetration on the kick.
When it comes to the point of like, I feel like
farms it out.
It would be a tougher question to ask what have I not seen versus what have I seen.
Gaz, what's caught your eye?
The Cats aren't getting much value out of their clearance dominance, and that can be very deflating.
Like you put a teenage boy who's not in school and is just like home all day, in his room all day, how much do you think he's going to see? You think you can guess one I have not seen? Like I'm sure there are things I haven't seen.
This is promising.
But I also don't know. Like I really hope that we're gonna. I really hope there are things I haven't seen and not gonna see. Actually, I can think of something.
The Demons.
Saying midget. Is that like a thing I'm gonna like get like a strike on for saying?
Ignoring the
I also don't fully remember.
He's generally a good kick.
Look, there's like a good chance I've seen that.
Thank you very much. Kicks to space. Gorn with a big fist. Petrarca knew where the help was. Viney.
But you might be right. Maybe. I'm not sure.
They'll contest in the centre square.
I don't have like a clear memory in my head of it.
A goal. Henry tries to spike it.
But I also like, I'm like, dude, I might have.
Leading from the front. Langdon. Well done. Great commitment. Solid tackle. Hawkins.
Get rid of the handball there.
Solidly. Atkins. Good
Like, I've
field
definitely
up.
seen pictures at the very
Closed him
least.
down. Close. Puts his head over it.
Go over here.
Home.
Get rid of
What
it.
work ethic he has. Who was the target there? Just shoveled it out.
That's what's gone.
He's set upon. He's completely shanked it.
The Demons might take a conservative approach here. Coaches hate conceding late goals.
Oh yeah, so we got like a minute and a half here.
With a deft
Go for
tap.
Geelong,
Atkins,
Melbourne,
Langdon,
kick it in.
one step
Maxi.
ahead. Gone.
Hey.
Brown. Too big, too strong, too good.
Already got one today.
Mr. Brown, you're saying, has there ever been a video that was so good?
That's offline. Didn't really give it a chance.
Am I more of a homepage kind of guy?
The kinds of opportunities you really can take.
Away he goes.
I don't know. I think like
Stewart
homepages,
goes
like
towards half-back.
I've been like
Hahn.
I feel like I've been finding myself more disgusted by homepages.
Viney. Delightfully done. Oliver.
It's like it really depends. Like I'm really trying to not be into it. Because I find myself I can actually feel quite disgusted looking at the home pages. Like in terms of just like what regular porn now looks like, I just tend to not get interested by it. But saying, has there ever been one video that was just the best and you're looking but couldn't find it? Of course.
Need to decide whether they keep attacking or try to slow the game
course.
down and make it as hard as possible for their opponents to score. The easiest way to keep
Go over here.
is with goals, but even a bit of momentum the other way might lure them into.
You go around, you find something, maybe you're trying to find like a full version of it, you can't find it, maybe you're looking for a certain porn star because they got your interest but then you can't find them, and then maybe you find them like however long later. Put me on some of your favorite videos. No. No, I'm not doing that.
The Cats have been gallant.
Go over here.
Play on. He just keeps racking up disposals.
The thing is that I can literally think of like at least one in my head.
The forward 50. Lever showing
like I can think of things, but no.
Careful ball movement. Oliver.
Like I'm not interested in doing that.
Chandler navigated the traffic.
Get the kick.
That's not clever at all. He'll be dragged if he keeps doing that. The Demons have denied them the corridor. Atkins. The Cats are finishing with a wet sail.
Well, the thing is that I'm tempted to like give you just names of videos, and it's just going to send you and just direct you over to gay porn. If like I was just based on what of memories I have of you saying, or things you've said, I'm tempted to do it. I'm tempted to put you over towards those. Not going to do it. I'm looking out for you here. You should actually be thanking me.
Grundy.
I won't think of the things that are actually the things I like the most. I'll think of things that I think you'll hate. Oh, you're good? Okay. Go that way. With the Geelong.
For the faint-hearted, picking their way through. Guthrie should be in the notes today. Aaron hand pass, and they've turned it over.
Get rid of that one. Mr. Guthrie, can you get the mark? Can they get the mark in the square? No, but it'll go over. We get the point.
Gets it to safety.
Away he goes.
Kick out there.
Danger here. Generosity is a wonderful quality, but not on a football.
You go in. Oh.
Fire starter. Knew the tackle was coming.
Like it does. One thing it does make me think about, and I know we've been touched on before, but like the idea of, I guess like I'm thinking about it a bit of like, what exactly is the level of hypocrisy in this? Of saying that like I wouldn't date someone. I wouldn't date like a porn star. Like there are all things that like reasons why that can be. I'm just trying to think like exactly what is the level of hypocrisy in that. To be someone who's like consumed it over the years, and then look at it and being like, look, can't do it, can't do it. Like I can think of the reasons why I wouldn't want to do it.
Had some assistance.
But I also am like trying to think of like what's the level of hypocrisy in it.
He's got under that one. Brayshaw cuts them off at half.
Get rid of that one.
What a hand pass. Salem.
Oh!
It's a tough game.
Ball, cries the crowd, and the umpire agrees.
Go with Geelong.
Can anyone
Like, currently my thinking on it as to like why I wouldn't want to is just like when it comes to porn stars, it's like, okay, so if you're looking at porn, you're just like your mind is at a point where it's just saying like horny, right, and just saying sex. But then if you're like seeing those people, if you're like a porn star signifies, it's like a signal of someone who like meets the need of just sex. You know? I think that's what it is. But it's like if you're actually looking for someone and you're looking for like a romance, but then like a porn star is like
what stands out?
like
isn't just about the people playing
it's
the
like
back line anymore.
the idea of a porn star is, oh, that is someone that is just sex. Like it doesn't matter if like like they have their own personalities and everything. You're saying you wouldn't be able to take her seriously? Like, yeah, there's like a thing in my head of like I couldn't like think of them as seriously as like a romantic partner because I wouldn't be able to think of them.
He's normally better than
like they could be like they can be great and really like them, but then you're like, dude, you like literally like took other people's like dicks and stuff and all that other stuff, and like if you like took it from other people, like there's literally like videos of you with that, like that'd be hard to like get out of the head.
That sloppy play, Lever.
And it's like you were like the type of person who like was giving it away that was non-romantic.
Viney, crunching tackle.
Like however much hypocrisy and double standard in that stuff there would be, I'm not sure exactly what extent of that is. It's still like a thing that's in my head. And then there's like well, what if they just do like solo stuff? And I'm like, I also think I would rather not go this way.
That's not ideal.
But at the same time, it's like maybe you just end up seeing someone and then you're just like, holy crap, they're just like so beautiful, and then you like get to know them a bit and you're like, oh, they're great, and then they mention it, but at that point you're like too deep into it. Like that could always happen. Just saying, so would you prefer a virgin?
Rivers, and they're out of trouble. Sloppy disposal, and we'll have a throw in.
Ideal world, I think the answer is something I'm going to be thinking about a bit.
Gawn has rucked tirelessly. Stengel, close. Bowes, good tackle. They've coughed it.
No, what? Yeah.
I
think the answer is yes, ideally, but like it's not like a thing of like a deal breaker thing. Go over here.
Was afforded latitude.
Because I think there is still a mental thing of like you took it from over there. I feel like that is still like, even though I'm not saying it's something that I want to think of people as, but it also kind of is.
I think he called for that. Close in the middle. Rowan.
Oh, like I know that like when I see someone, if maybe I thought that they were like cute or something, and then I see that they're already taken, usually like very quickly I'm over it. Very quickly, like I'm over it. It tends to like completely take me out.
Dental intercept. Blitzers. Henry. That could be a goal-saving tackle. Hawkins.
Kick it. There you go. Would I have someone that has a body count in triple digits? Dude, I think we both would say no to that. I'm not saying you. I think I would say no to them. They would say no to me. I'd just be like, that's like, why are you fucking that many people?
They might be caught out on the turnover. May absorbs the pressure.
Over here.
Sparrow, they're building something
because that just tells me like that's someone who like wasn't looking for a relationship. Like what, you had like 100 boyfriends? You thought you had like 100 guys that were just gonna be the one? That was your guy? And then it just like didn't happen? Like,
onto the non-preferred.
Like you can't look at someone like that and think like that's someone that that's going to like want to stick around with you for a long time, can you?
Can he hit a target?
Like even if they say they would?
In space, can run and carry. He's hurried the kick. It's a poor one. They could be vulnerable here. Crosses the paint.
Like there's like a lot of like technically they could be someone who would. Oh, John might actually get the lead here. they could be someone who would actually do that. They could be someone. But are you willing to go through all those stages
Why mark it when you can
to
do
find
that?
out?
Gaz, what have you noticed down
How many people are going to be willing to
Have
do
been
that?
cleaner with the footy, and it's one of the reasons they're in front.
Big clearance to win here.
With Geelong there.
Solid tackle. Holmes. Stengel running in support.
Geelong got the lead, damn.
These defenders are going to have to tighten up.
Be the 333rd guy there.
I thought I heard a fan yell out, blow the siren. Gorn showing his skills. Met solidly.
Alpha with you. Oh! Who are we going with?
Pickett lays it off. By hand. Sparrow. He's stopped in his tracks.
Got the kick with Melbourne.
Injuries first. Neil Bourne.
There you go.
The drop, and they'll get the goal in the end.
He's been striking the
Like, I can see myself and being like, look, people might consider me a desperate guy. A guy in desperate need. But I don't think I'm that needy.
That's exactly what he's done.
I don't think I'm that needy. I think I just might.
What a contest we're
Yeah, I don't think I'm that needy. Go over here. With the Geelongs. Get rid of it. We got 4 minutes left.
Henry.
2-point game here. Next he gone. Oh, get rid of that.
Stanley.
There you go. No, handball it out. Go again.
Guthrie.
Guthrie.
Who was he aiming for?
It's just come to Salem.
Gets back and should
Oh, he's taken.
couldn't get an effective disposal.
Run down. Great chase.
Hunter
Well, you can go for goal here.
A straight kick here, and they'll be in front.
finds himself in space. Waiting for someone to
Are they close? Oh, that's coming back. Oh, that's good. You said you don't think you could chase a girl that already had sex, like your girlfriend was a virgin when you first met?
Running again. Guthrie. Terrific tackle.
Well, then I guess like my first thought in that was like, were you also a virgin at the time? Because there is because it's like the thing of like, are you willing to hold yourself to a different standard than you hold for the person you want to be with?
Working menacingly. Myers. Bowes. And he's off target.
Seemed like the defender's got a bit.
Because it's like saying it's like, oh well, like if you want a virgin, but then you're not a virgin, you know.
One job and he made it.
Okay, we go over here.
Normally delivers. They're breaking down across half forward.
Got Maxi going.
Center wing. Spargo.
Got the picks in there.
Just waiting for the right moment to press go. Grundy, great hands there.
And yes, oh, pick over here.
Where would they be without him? Chewing up precious seconds.
That's with Sack Guthrie. Wait, close miss? Wait, did I just like miss that? Did he get that goal or not? I don't even remember. I can't even remember now. Go over here, that's Mr. Stewart. Handball it over. Now you got Guthrie. Take it. There you go. Oh, this might be coming back. It is spoiled. Go put Chaka. Oh!
They could be in front.
Oh my God!
He can go back and
this is the last shot.
Lots of pressure on him here. Can he rise?
Neil Bullen. Last shot of the game. It's coming. It's coming. After the siren. Dude! Oh, he looks so sad. Dude!
By this result. They'll feel they should have won today.
Holy crap! Alex Neil Bullen.
That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the action.
It's the goal after the siren. Oh my God! And he had 5 goals for the game. What a way to finish it off there. Petrarca had 41. Gorn had 40. Damn. See Melbourne players at the top for their mark there. Melbourne were going away with it. At half time, it looked like it would all be easy for them. They come away with that window. It was Neil Bullen with 5 goals and the goal after the siren. It was Petrarca with 41, Gorn with 40. Thanks to an Alex Neil Bullen goal after the siren. It was the last kick of the game. Melbourne get the victory over Geelong. 1 point, 73 to 72.